Welcome back, Dang Dog Blog fans, and once again to another Disney Elite Series vehicle unboxing. As we continue on, last review we did the AT-AT Walker. This week we're doing the all-famous Millennium Falcon. This one right here, once again, is a rehash or a repackaging of the original series that was released, but this time in the Force Awakens packaging with the famous Kylo Ren featured out front. Once again, I touched bases on it a little too much on the last video regarding how the cross-marketing that Disney is going to go forward with, you know, all the different variations as far as the anthology as well as episode 8 and 9 go forward. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a continued place to think. Reason why a lot of people were looking for this Falcon. It still has the round satellite dish, not the rectangular one that everybody has seen in the teaser trailer and as well as the subsequent trailer that was released by JJ and Disney and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at the box real quick before we tear in. Once again, just like the AT-AT Walker in this Elite series, Star Wars on the A side, the B side, a nice little digital art of the Millennium Falcon itself. In the back, a little bit of write down with talking about how the satellite dish rotates, the landing gears drop down, and the ramp actually extends out. I'll go ahead and read the little tagline that it gives for the Falcon. This one's quite long, so bear with me. A legendary starship despite its humble origins and deceptively shabby exterior, the Millennium Falcon has played a role in some of the Rebel Alliance's greatest victories over the Empire. On the surface, the Falcon looks like a worn down junker. Beneath its hull, however, she packs many powerful secrets. Its owners have made special modifications on the freighter throughout the years, boosting its speed, shielding, and performance to impressive and downright illegal levels. The Falcon pays a heavy price for these tricks and add-ons. It can be unpredictable, and its reconditioned hyperdrive often fails. Its current captain, Han Solo, has even been seen to resist or restart a failed startup with a hard knock on a bulkhead with his fist. All right, once again, a little lengthy read down and gets a little torn away from the actual All right, itself. And there's the Millennium in all its glory. Just to go over a little bit of articulation before I go into it too quick. The satellite dish does rotate. I'm pretty sure it could go 360 if it didn't hit the incline here of the actual Falcon, how it builds up. So I'd say it's probably got about almost 180 degrees of range of motion. The turrets up top and bottom, once again, same thing. Could probably go 360 if it wasn't hindered by a piece of the actual Falcon itself. This one right here, probably about 320 degrees. And the low side, same thing, about 320 degrees. All 5 legs of the Falcon, they just kind of pull out, and they tend to stay out. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of hinging or anything that you have to work it to in order to keep it out at all times. So that's pretty cool that it stays out. And then finally, the drop down ramp. I'm going to go ahead and say that it does. I don't believe it's extension so much as a drop down ramp. It just kind of goes down. There's no way for it to stay up, so it's kind of unfortunate in that sense. You know, so if you wanted it in a dynamics, you know, obviously in its flight, this ramp right here doesn't seem to stay up. And I've heard this from several of my other friends who collect this series who have said the same thing. The ramp doesn't stay up, so nothing a little bit of a hobby podge couldn't help. But still, it's unfortunate. Also, once again, similar to the AT-AT plastic door, also plastic legs on this die-cast body. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. So let's go ahead and put the legs back up. Kind of just don't want to force it too much. You don't want to damage the legs in any way when you're putting it back up. Give you guys a look at what it could look like holding it up. The Falcon flying. You know, obviously, as described in A New Hope, a Corellian class, or I believe it's Corellian Enterprise Corporation, if I'm not correctly, or Corellian Engineering Corporation, one of those two, as far as the name of the company that has made this little smuggler's dream. As a kid growing up, I'd have to say my favorite vehicle was always a speeder bike. But as far as a larger, probably the Imperial Shuttle. Don't ask me why, I just always liked the looks and the flow of it. But growing up now, I'd have to say Millennium Falcon is probably one of my favorite vehicles out there. And this is, I mean, it's superbly done. You know, you look at the paint apps, and once again, at $22, I mean, you can see the the vent right here on the exhaust. You can see the fumes coming out on there. A little bit of the weathering around the cockpit, even around the satellite dish. That's phenomenal. I don't know how tight we can get in on the back side, even on the front. I mean, that's phenomenal work for $22. Die cast. You're not going to see a lot of that quality in not even Hot Wheels. I mean, I'm going to put it out there. We're looking forward to the Hot Wheel Elite series. Once again, they call themselves the Elite 2, which is a $70 price point. That's regular retail. And I believe it's the 1/44 scale, and it's going to come down to about the same size. And it's a lot to live up to. I mean, $22, it's almost two times the price. And I've seen all the old Batman stuff. Everybody has the Batman stuff in the Elite series, and it's phenomenal pieces. But the weathering has always been questionable from a Mattel product. For a long time, Mattel, I feel, has been really slipping. Even, let's take a look at the underside. Not a ton of weathering on the bottom side, but still fantastic piece. I mean, the biggest drawback is this right there. I mean, you know, it almost looks like the proper way for it to come in. It's just got a little tab. There's no tooth or any kind of section for it to actually latch on here. So, you know, I kind of just pull it out a little bit, hoping that's something. But once again, like I said, little Hobby Podge. Hold that bad boy up right there. All right, so comment down below if you guys have it, what you do not like about it. Let me weigh it real quick. So the Falcon, 12.7 ounces. Yeah, maybe because of the size, the distribution, the weight makes it feel heavier than the AT, but it's actually about an ounce lighter, 12.7 ounces. So once again, almost a pound. So at a $22.99 price point, the fantastic weathering, movable satellite dish, movable turret, top, bottom, 5 extendable landing gears that actually hold the Falcon up, and the door that quote unquote extends, or in this case just drop down as far as the ramp. Not bad. 23 bucks. Please go out and get it. I mean, I can't stress that enough. All right, well, that concludes the review for the Millennium Falcon, the also famous vehicle for Han and Chewie in the Star Wars saga. All right, that will finish up the review. Thanks again for tuning in, Dang Dog Bloggers. See you next review, and may the Force be with you.